What's up, YouTube? This is Mouthwas97 and welcome to episode number 39 of my WWE SmackDown vs. Raw 2006 General Manager mode, coming to you from Madison, Wisconsin for the November 29th edition of SmackDown. And as we can see, taking a look at the match card, Bret Hart will be going one-on-one with Hollywood Hulk Hogan, and later on in the main event, the United States Championship will be up for grabs as Kane defends the gold against the #1 contender, Rob Van Dam, and in a hardcore match, no less. So that's said to be an awesome main event. A little bit of, it was basically just kind of a bit of an extension of the Survivor Series pay-per-view, seeing as that matchup could not fit on the card due to the lack of match spots available for me to book. So unfortunately, that was just kind of the one match that missed out, but on the bright side, it's going to help us get a boosted rating for this week's show. So in the end, it works out. Nothing too major going wrong with that one. And then, of course, we're kicking this show off with two of SmackDown's highest popularity superstars. Not necessarily two of the top superstars, but two of the highest popularity superstars, that being Bret Hart and Hollywood Hogan. And Hogan just completely overpowers Bret Hart in that lockup. Of course, Bret Hart formerly had an opportunity at the World Heavyweight Championship against Triple H back at SummerSlam, and, well, the Great American Bash as well, also involving Andre the Giant in the Triple Threat match. Both occasions, Bret Hart lost, so he has been in the main event picture, whereas Hogan, you know, he has the high popularity because he's Hogan, but we just brought him to the show, so I wouldn't exactly consider him to be main event material quite yet. He's going to have to prove himself a little bit more before we can give him some semblance of a title shot, or even put him up in the main event, in possibly even, you know, the main event of our SmackDown shows. But if Hogan can get a win over Bret Hart tonight, that would definitely be a good way for him to kind of boost himself, get him on his way into the title picture. And this is almost an interesting scenario when you take a look at the history of the WWE, and you take a look how in the past Hogan, you know, he was the face of the company, and then Bret Hart was going to be basically the next face of the company, or at least from what I've heard. And then Hogan, you know, he did not want to drop the belt to Hart, so it's almost a interesting scenario how we could possibly play that out in GM mode. Bit of a rivalry perhaps about to begin between Hogan and Bret Hart, but maybe I'm just jumping to conclusions here. We'll see how this goes. But look at this, Hulk Hogan with a submission hold as he's got Bret Hart suspended in the air, but Bret Hart able to break out of it before too much damage can really take place. And now Hogan tossed outside the ring. Huge right hand there from Bret Hart to the face, the jaw of Hulk Hogan. And I do apologize if I'm not like as explosive for this commentary, and I can really feel the effects of earlier today. I did all those commentaries that I was talking about in past episodes, and right now my voice is like really scratchy, so I'm curious to see how it's going to turn out, because I was talking for like it was like 3 hours I was doing commentaries for, like straight 3 hours. They were all commentaries, so I'm not typically used to doing that, using my voice being that loud. So right now I'm just kind of like, so I got to be a little careful. If I overreact to things, I'm probably going to start coughing, because my throat is kind of itchy at the moment from all the talking I did earlier. It's you know, later in the day now, but still, it does have its effect on the throat, on the voice, so I'm going to have to not try to overdo it for this one. But as we saw, Hulk Hogan just hit a massive superplex, planting Bret Hart in the center of the ring. But Bret Hart now, he's got Hogan here. Look at this. No! He was looking for a DDT, but Hogan sweeps out the leg, and Bret Hart gets planted into the mat. And now Hart bouncing off the ropes. Here's Hogan. Look at this. Arm drag, taken down the Hitman. As Hogan now got a sleeper hold applied here. Looking to perhaps make Bret Hart pass out here, as he's really got it locked in. Bret Hart can't get to the ropes. And now Hogan, Hart is down. Hulk Hogan looking to continue to go on the attack, and he's just spamming these submission holds, folks. Hogan, he is really trying to go for these submission holds. And that's what I do. I really don't like the submission systems in this game in terms of like how it affects your momentum. Because it seems like all the AI wants to do is go for submissions. And when they do that, then wait a minute, Hulk Hogan off the top rope. A huge elbow drop out to the floor by Hulk Hogan. And now Hogan, wow, I didn't think Hogan was capable of all these high-flying moves, but that's exactly what he's doing right now. Wow. But as I was saying, you know, in like the newer games, if you go for a submission hold, you can build momentum while inflicting damage, but it doesn't affect your opponent's momentum. But the way this momentum bar is constructed, if they go for a submission hold, it basically drains your momentum completely the longer they have it locked in. Wait a minute, Hogan with an inside cradle, 2 count, and just like that, Hulk Hogan has picked up a victory over Bret Hart. Wow. What a victory that is for Hulk Hogan. He caught Bret Hart off guard, and just like that, he's got the victory. In the blink of an eye, Hogan rolls up Bret Hart and scores the victory. But to go back to what I was saying, in these games, basically, if they lock in a submission hold, and when they spam the submission holds, you know, say you're getting close to a finisher, and then they just spam submission holds, and then all of a sudden, you're at, like, the lowest momentum, and you have to start building yourself back up again. And if you're lucky, if you're a face, you can just go off the top rope and hit some sort of top rope move, even if it doesn't connect completely, but you can start building up momentum that way. But it's really inconvenient, and it really helps the matches drag on, so that I have to do all these nice fancy cuts and edits to cut out all the slow bits, because everybody just loves to use submissions in this game. But anywho, as we see now, Kane, oh, Rob Van Dam, low blow. Well, of course, this one is actually a no disqualification matchup, so the referee is justified in not calling a disqualification for that one. But meanwhile, Van Dam, he's looking to quicken the pace of this matchup early on. And, well, he's going for a submission hold of his own, so never mind about the quick pacing thing. Yeah. I give up. I give up with these AI. It's not good. It's not good. But as we see now, Van Dam, he's got Kane in the center of the ring. This time, looking for a bit of rolling thunder as he connects. Kane, of course, putting his U.S. title on the line here, which he won back at the No Mercy pay-per-view in the Fatal 4-Way, which involved The Big Show, Shelton Benjamin, and this man, Rob Van Dam. And as we see, oh, huge knee lift there from Kane, as he's got Van Dam now. Snapmare takedown. Van Dam drops down to the mat. And now Kane, look at this. Oh, just working on the head, the neck of Rob Van Dam, trying to choke him out. Oh, but Van Dam ducks underneath. And Kane, well, he just caught him with a glancing clothesline. Takes him down with another one, and now plants him face first into the mat. As Van Dam's face bounces off the mat, and now it's Kane choking out Rob Van Dam here. And Kane now, he picks up Van Dam. Look at this, kick to the gut. And now, Kane, he's got Van Dam. What's he going to do here? Huge punches to the gut, and another one for good measure. As Kane, counter from Van Dam, though. Now a shot to the back of the head. And here's Van Dam with a backslide. He could have Kane rolled up here. 1, 2. No, a kick out at 3. Oh, a kick out at 2.5 by Kane. I don't know why I said 3. But now Van Dam, he's got a steel chair. Here we go. Well, he was looking for a Van Daminator, but Kane was able to sidestep out of the way. And now Kane's got the steel chair, but Van Dam, he's going to get inside the ring. And now he's going to go outside the ring, so that Kane is not going to be able to hit him with that steel chair. But Van Dam back in the ring. Oh, what a huge shot to the gut. And now a steel chair right across the skull of Rob Van Dam. Oh, but Van Dam kicks him away, able to create some space here. That's a smart move by Van Dam. And now he's got the chair, but Kane takes the chair back. But Van Dam's just out of range. And look at this. Smart move here from Van Dam to keep away from Kane. He's creating distance so that Kane cannot strike him with that steel chair, or otherwise, for that matter. Van Dam now. Huge forearm right to the face. And a chair shot right to the skull of the Big Red Machine. As I'm trying to hold back a sneeze right now, folks. I am having a battle. While these two men battle it out in the ring, I'm having a battle behind the scenes. Eesh. I think I'm okay now. I think it's gone. I think the sneeze has passed. As you see now, Van Dam. You know, I kind of wonder. That's something I just randomly started thinking about earlier. What do commentators do when they sneeze? Like, do they mute their mics, or like, do they just take their headset off? How exactly do they? How do they like muffle that out? Because you can't tell me that commentators never have to sneeze in the however many shows they have to do over the course of the entire year. You can't tell me that they never have to sneeze even once. I find that very difficult to believe. But it just makes me kind of wonder what would they do if they have to sneeze and they're in the middle of a broadcast. I mean, luckily enough, in that sort of situation, you have the other commentators there to kind of cover for you. In most cases, there's just another guy. But when you make a video like this and you're just a solo commentator, it's tougher to maintain a consistent commentary. And you know, when you have situations like that, it's not as easy to kind of cover up for it because you don't have that second person there who can pick up the slack while you're, you know, breath or taking a sneeze or whatever the case. If you have to sneeze, cough, whatever, you don't really have that second person to cover for you. So otherwise, it would just be kind of awkward silence. As you see now, Van Dam, he's in the ring. He's got the steel chair. Kane was trying to grab the foot, but Van Dam was not going to have that. But now Kane has the steel steps here. But, oh, Van Dam was trying to hit him with the steel chair. Kane, he's not going to have any of that. Oh, and now he's got Van Dam. Look at this. Lifting him up for a shin breaker right there. Working on the leg now of Van Dam, perhaps. And now just viciously striking Van Dam right across the skull with those closed right hands. And now Kane's got the steps once more. Oh! Oh, no, it looks like Kane, he caught the ref. Well, you know, I guess the referee can, he can pay his dues. He can, get some comeuppance with that one. As we see, Van Dam's got the chair. Oh, Van Daminator! Kane was pulling back to try to strike with the steps, and instead gets caught with a Van Daminator. And now he gets the corner of those steel steps straight in his face for good measure. And a leg drop by Rob Van Dam. As the referee's back to his feet. Well, I don't know what kind of things this referee's taken that he can recover so quickly. But anywho, I guess we did skip ahead a little bit, so fair enough. But you get jacked in the face with steel steps. I don't think you're going to be getting up anytime soon. Somehow, though, this referee, he's back to his feet. And from all the questionable calls that he's made, you know, Kane can at least give him a little bit of punishment on behalf of the fans, on behalf of the viewer. So I'm sure the fans definitely liked seeing some of that, as the referee has screwed over countless of our superstars here on SmackDown. But look at Kane. Backbreaker right there to Van Dam, as he just planted him right there. Kane taking a bit of a breather right now as he's recovering some stamina. Oh, but he's got those steel steps again. Look out, Van Dam! Oh, but Kane, he just missed. And again, no, but now Van Dam's caught the steps. Van Dam's got the steps in hand, and he just caught Kane right in the face, busted him wide open, and now Van Dam hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3, that is it, folks. We have a new United States champion, and his name is Rob Van Dam. That is right, folks. The matchup that could not fit on the Survivor Series card. I suppose you could say the match that was too big for Survivor Series. Rob Van Dam captures the United States Championship here on Friday Night SmackDown. Well, I guess it's kind of fitting that at Survivor Series none of the titles changed hands, so perhaps it was fitting that this matchup was held off of Survivor Series. And Van Dam, well, you know, he sort of broke that trend, winning the U.S. title, but somehow Raw still beats us in the ratings, even if it's only by 20,000 fans. And William Regal has a sprained wrist over on Monday Night Raw, so their roster is starting to pick up some minor injuries. Hopefully somebody can get a major injury. That would be nice, because that would help us out a little bit. But as you can see, we got a bit of a news story talking about Van Dam winning the U.S. title. And the British Bulldog contract is expiring, so we're going to have to deal with that. But first of all, let's check out the ratings for this week, as we got a 3.5-star show. Even though I'm pretty sure that would be a 4-star show. I mean, we only had 2 3.5-star matches. The rest were all above that. Meanwhile, Monday Night Raw gets a 3.5-star show. I don't understand the rating system. I never have, and I probably never will. As we take a look now, let's take a look at our morale. We have a lot of superstars who appear to be content. Superstars having some trouble with losing matches. Oh, so surprisingly, not as many superstars want title shots. Okay, so it's about a 50-50 split between wanting a title shot and losing. But then we take a look at our popularity. Superstars are still doing pretty good. We're starting to, hopefully we can get Shelton Benjamin into the 70 mark, so then we'll have a nice, consistent roster at 70 popularity. Or 70 plus, I should say. And now taking a look at our rivalries, we did start up a new one there with Jericho and Eddie, as well as Hogan and Hart. So we'll see how those two play out. But anyway, that's it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching, and until next time, as always, keep on YouTubing.